We're back for the next bit. So this dough has been resting now for 2 hours, and as you can see, it's just touching kind of the top of the shower cap, which is good, which is about what I'm looking for. And up to now, that didn't stick, so that's a good sign. That's kind of telling me what the dough is going to be like. If it's really sticky on that part, it's kind of the first indication that it might be a bit difficult to work with. And with me changing the flour as I have, you know, I'm not 100% knowing exactly what I'm going to expect with this. So I've sorted myself a tin out. So it's a big tin with a sheet of greaseproof on there, and just to make things easier at the other end when we come out the oven, I'm going to flour that. Like I say, it just helps when you want to put it on a wire rack. If it's not floured, it'll be stuck to that. Well, it won't be stuck, but you won't be able to easily move it, and you'll start disturbing your buns. So anyway, that's that. I've got a bit of oil there just in case it sticks to the scales. That's the only reason that's there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that for now until I need it. So let's get the dough out of the bowl. We'll weigh the dough, divide by 12, and we'll go from there. So like I said, no flour. This is our flour. If I need to, I'll use a little bit, but I don't intend to. I'm hoping that it's going to be okay without it. So like I say, you start using flour, you're changing the recipe. Now this is not one going into like one loaf, so I'm kind of knocking this back. As you know, when I turned it out there, the top of the dough is now on the bottom, so I'm going to kind of try to get that back on the top. It doesn't matter a great deal because I am going to I mean, I'm just knocking it back. This is one method of doing it. You just kind of bringing it back to a ball. We degassing, as they call it. So it's at its rise. You press it out, degassed, and it feels good. You know, it really feels you know, easy to handle, which is exactly what we want. So it's got enough moisture in there to make sure it's a hydrated dough, not too much where it's going to be difficult to work with. So up to now, we're all right. That's good. So we're gonna. I forgot what I was gonna do. Right. If you want to mute me now, I'm gonna weigh this, and I'm gonna ask my Alexa what the weight is. So I'm giving you pre-warning, all of you out there that whinging about me setting your Alexa off. So let me. Oh, I've just dropped that as well. Right, 949. Alexa, what's 949 divided by 12?
949 divided by 12 is approximately 79.0833.
So 79, a nice round number, 79 grams, brilliant. I'm not going to get 0833, so let's stick with the 79 and go from there. So I'm going to have to get myself a little, I've just dropped my scraper on the floor. Good job, I've got loads, I've got them everywhere. In fact, hey, how about that? Hey, yeah, I forgot I had that in there. I knew I had them all over the place. They're useful for all sorts. So 79 grams, are we? Let's get on, Jay. Let's get on, see what we've got. 85. What I might do, just to make it a little bit easier, Alexa, what's 949 grams divided by 12?
949 grams divided by 12 is approximately 79.0833
79, not
grams.
89. See, I'd have cocked that one right up, right at the start, wouldn't I? So, yeah, for some reason I thought that was 89, but clearly, you know, I'm talking too much. That's what it is. So, I tell you what, 79, them bits on there will be 79. So, right, without further ado, just to make it a bit easier, I'm going to break it into some manageable pieces, just so I'm like you say, don't worry too much about it. We're just making it easy to handle. So there we go. So 79, let's go. 92, too much. I tell you, you get better at this. I mean, I keep on saying that, and I don't do it. Now I can't even get that off. Oh, it's stuck to the top. It's right. Let's go. Let's go. 77, 78, there we go, and that bit 79. Brilliant. Let's go. So yeah, once we've got our 12 8-wool balls, we're just gonna roll them up, get them on the sheet, and jobs are good one. But basically, there's not much to it really. And like I say, with this being quite an easy one to handle, which is good. 76. It just makes working with it, you know, a bit more of a pleasure, because I know what it's like. Yeah, what you want down there, you Daisy? She's just been out for a walk. There's 4. Let's crack on. She's just been out for a while. I thought I'd better take her out before I do this, because she's got a little towel and it's wet outside. Yeah, it's been raining here, which is brilliant, isn't it? I feel like we just need to have some nice settled weather. That's exactly what we need. When you're walking the dog all the time, it makes a difference what it's doing outside. I didn't used to bother too much time ago when you weren't out all the time. But as I'm out a lot of the day, taking her for walks, it's just better to be nice. 79. There we go. Come on, Jace. Let's be having this. So I could probably stop the video and oh, she's starting. I could probably stop the video, but you know, you're here now. By the time I'm finished, I'll be restarting again. So let's not bother. Let's just crack on with it. Let's crack on. 80. There we go. 70. There. That's a gram off. 79. There we go. We're getting there. 61. That's too much. I knew that was going to be too much. There we go. I would have thought I'd have got a couple of bang on, but I'm not doing too well today, am I? With this? Well, you know, it is what it is. I must be having an off-door day. It's a thing now, apparently. Well, it is because I've just made it up. 73. Let's get there. 77. That'll be 79. Brilliant. 78. And it would, wouldn't it? That'll do. We're there. We're getting there. Last couple. 81. So take a bit off that one. 79. Blob on. And I'm not sure whether that's what I've done. So let's 81. Let's just check that one to see I've done it. 78, which has worked out a bit perfect, because now I've got 2 at 80 and the rest at 79, which I'm happy with, to be fair. Let's get rid of the scales. So all we're going to do now, just clean up ourselves a little bit, and we're just going to, like I've showed you before, I'm just going to roll these into like a little cage with my hand. Hopefully it's not going to stick. Let's have a little go, see how we go with it. And there we go. Can you see what I'm doing? There we go, and we've got a perfect ball. Brilliant. So that's what we want. Same again with the rest. So cage with our hands over the top. There's 2. Brilliant. Cage with our hands over the top. 3. What you find is if you flour too much, is it skids around, which we don't want, to be fair. This must be a one that we've just recently done that, because that's a little bit tacky. Let's go with the ones that we've done earlier. Should be a little bit better. Should be a little bit better. Yeah, that's it. I tell you what, it's just getting a tad tacky. So I'm just going to give it the faintest, just the faintest. Because like I say, you put too much on there, you end up with it skidding around, which you don't want. So let's get that back on there. Here we go. There we go. Our balls are back on track, which we want. There we go. And what I'll do, I'll get the tray, get that somewhere near so you can see what I'm doing. And the ones I've done, let's just get them. Let's get them on. So I'm doing 3 rows or 4 rows of 3. Or 3 rows of 4, whichever you like. It's all going to be the same. At the end of the day, it's all the same. If any look as though they're not quite as neat as they should be, just give them a last little do there. There we go. Just a little gap in between them, is good. Like I say, the same principle applies when we form the dough in the first place. Now we obviously want these to touch, so we want about a finger's gap. So we want these to be touching at the end of it. But yeah, same principle applies. We're forming a ball which is kind of a bit tighter. That's a bit sticky, that one. Let's just have a tad of flour on that, just a tad. We want a tiny little ball, so as that rises, it's going to puff up like a balloon, and it's not going to like that. I'm sure there's a better technical term, but yeah, I think you know what I mean. It's still tricky. It's a bit of a tacky one. Just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Let's have a go. See where we go. I wouldn't care. The first ones have been brilliant. There, that's a little bit better. Just that little bit of flour's made a bit of difference there. So I resist using it unless I have to, because like I say, when I use flour, I am changing the recipe a little bit. I mean, what's inside the dough is kind of already inside the dough. That's not going to change so much, but it will change the characteristics of the crust a little bit. But you know, end of the day, it is what it is. I'd rather have neat little balls there rather than fit something which is looks a bit of a mess. So let's crack on with it. And with it being well floured, you can move it around a little bit on the tray. Just again, tap flour on there again. Just for some reason, a couple of them are a bit on the tacky side. It's fine. Yeah, that's brilliant. We're working fine now. That's fine. We're all good. We're all good again. We're all good. Say you encounter these little things, and you just have to move on and adapt, don't you? Like I say, I'll move up so you can see kind of where I'm up to. You move on and adapt, because worst thing in the world, I think personally, is you watch something, yeah, and then you go to do it, and you think, well, it didn't work like that for him. That's what have I done wrong? And I'd rather show you some of the problems that I've got on the way, and then you can say, oh well, yeah, I know what to do there. He's encountered that. I've encountered it. I know the way forward, which is, you know, that's what it's about, isn't it? So there we go. Last one on there. Brilliant. So some of them are slightly spaced further apart than I would like, so I'm just going to neaten them up. But as it's kind of more towards one end than the other, I'm centralising it on the tray. There's a reason behind that, and the reason I'm centralising it on the tray is because the sides of the tray act as a bit of a barrier in the oven. So if you've got like bread or buns close to the edge, that's getting more direct heat in the oven. So one side will colour more than the other side, so they'll get more colour. So by centralising that, you're giving it the best chance of getting an even cook. And secondly, about 2/3 of the way through the cooking time, I turn it round. And normally, you say, why don't you do it halfway around? The reason I don't do it halfway around is because the colouring occurs towards the end. So I'm kind of turning it around during the colouring stage rather than during just the baking stage. So that's the reason I do it like that, just in case you're asking the question. So now I'm going to get me a Klingful, which is the one I've invested in, the one that doesn't cut me to bits, and you know, I probably need a blood transfusion after I've been in the cupboard 3 or 4 times. And I'm just going to cover that. I'm going to give it about an hour. They're going to nicely double in size. And if it's not, actually, let me do this. I'll tell you why I'll do this. I'm just going to give it a slight dusting of flour, just with those being a little bit tacky. I don't want this to stick on there. I want it to easily come off and not damage the rolls. I'll put another one on. The only trouble with the Klingful I bought, it's not as wide as the other one. So that's it. They're going to sit there for an hour, so double in size. We're going to come back and bake them. Probably in about 45 minutes or so, or 30 minutes, I'll switch the oven on, just get that up to temperature. But that's it for now. We'll come back and it'll be baking time. So there we go. See you soon. Bye for now.